Yesterday afternoon, I was feeling stuck. I was scrolling on my phone and going through all my social media, but eventually I stopped. I took a short break to think about what I'm doing, and I ended up journaling. I wrote down some affirmations about myself and why I love life and how it's so beautiful. Towards the end, I started talking about self improvement, and I ended up writing something like, I love self improvement because it helps me, but I couldn't fill in the blank. I couldn't say it helps me get rich or be better in life because those things are just in this life. They're materialistic goals, I would say. And I couldn't say it helps me be resilient and strong because those are just wants. And what I believed was that it all boiled down to just wants and materialistic goals. I started thinking, why do I do all these hard things and force myself to feel so bad when I could easily live life without the added pressure and just live with instant pleasures and live life just as well with stoicism in my mind, preventing me from any suffering. I want you to apply this to yourself now. Why do you want or why do you do self improvement? It's an important question to ask, but something we don't ask ourselves enough. Some of you may have found the perfect reason in accordance with your ideologies and philosophies, but I bet most of you have no idea what you're talking about, have no idea what to say, have no answer, or you may have some bullshit answer like to be better than a school bully or because Hamza said so. It's probably the worst one I'd say, but I think this video will help you the most. I ended up questioning my thoughts. Why did I want to be rich, resilient, or live a good life? I know this sounds like a really stupid question, but it helped me because I knew that these things were wants. And there was something even deeper beneath them because I knew that these would not truly be the reason why I wanted to be on self improvement. They were too shallow. I ended up digging even further. In the end, all those wants had something in common. They all prevented me from suffering more than I had to in this life. Now, I know this sounds really dumb, but I'd never really thought about it like that. I do all of this to stop me from suffering unnecessarily. I brought it brought me back to self improvement with a greater love for it. And basically, I just believe that what? Basically, I just believe that life brings you enough suffering already, with pain, death, and misery. And I know some people would be like, "Oh, but I thought you were a stoic man. You shouldn't be worrying about pain, death, and misery, because you will not suffer. You know that all of these things are just temporary." And to that, I say, yeah, I shouldn't suffer, but I know I will never be that perfect stoic man. I know it's just an ideology that I have. It's a basis. It's not something I will actively like full on 100% go at. I know it'll be good in the future, but for now, I know that I will never be that stoic man. I will always suffer for now, and I will always suffer from pain, loss, and misery, and I will always suffer unknowingly or knowingly. All this suffering is more than enough in a good life. So if I lived a bad life, not on self improvement, scrolling on social media for hours, suffering would increase drastically and perhaps even lead me to doing some terrible things. Now, why am I telling you any of this? You might just think I'm some weirdo talking in my bedroom about self improvement when I have no clue what I'm talking about. And you'd be half right, I'd say. Because this has saved me from going down a slippery slope of modern addictions, which would lead me to stopping self improvement. I want you to question your answers from the previous section. Ask why you want to be rich, why you want to be better than the school bully. Like, question your answers on why you do self improvement. Just keep questioning them and keep going until you reach your deepest thoughts and your deepest desires. Well, not really desires, more mainly your thoughts about why you want self improvement. And from there, you can then build off from that. Once you reach your deepest thought, which may take a long time, I'd say. It took me like an afternoon, but that was quite quick because I had access to the internet and stuff, which you probably do if you're watching this video. The internet does help you with that. If you watch Jordan Peterson's videos or Hamza, he might have a video on it. I haven't really seen it from him though. I know Jordan Peterson has one. I might put in the link in the description. And if you go once you reach that main thought, that's where you can build your basis from. That's where you know that's your stability. That's your home for everything. The reason why you do everything. Now, I know some of you would still be like, "What the hell is this guy on? Why is he in a dark room when it's bright outside? I can see the sun gleaming through the blinds. What a weirdo." And you might ask, why would I even do this? Why would I question why I'm on self improvement? And to that, I'd say, so you have a purpose in line with yourself, which would help you much more because you'd be more focused. You can reach beyond your previous goals, and you can just do everything better. You know why you're doing it. You're doing it for yourself. You're doing it for a reason that you know is in line for you, rather than just more shallow reasons like because Hamza said so. Because you would not be committed to self-improvement at that point, which you have no skin in the game, I'd say. Most people on self-improvement would have that gut feeling saying that self-improvement is right and it's the correct way to live your life. Now you just have to find a reason to explain that gut feeling, and that's what I'm trying to say here, basically. Now some of you might be like, oh, I can't find my reason, or I don't know, I have no clue where to start. How do I do this? And to that I'd say there's two main ways I do it. The first one is journaling. Journaling is a great way to learn about yourself, to just do it every night, to learn about yourself, even after you figure out a reason why you're on self-improvement. It'll be just great to learn about yourself anyway. That's the first reason. Just journal every night, to talk about why you're on self-improvement, and just keep questioning yourself why. So be like, why am I on self-improvement? Because I want to be rich. Why do I want to be rich? Because I want to blah blah blah. Why do I want to blah blah blah? Because I want to blah blah blah. And then you just keep going until you reach your final point, which will probably take around 2 weeks, I would say. The second best way is to commit 10 to 20 minutes after meditation, or anytime you have free time, I would say, and build it into your day, so that's a habit. And commit those 10-20 minutes to just stare at the wall, stare at a blank wall, with nothing in your mind, well, nothing in your hand, sorry, like your phone or anything. Just spend 10 to 20 minutes staring at the wall, thinking about why you want self-improvement. And you can do this after you found the answers as well. It's basically journaling, but in your head, so it'll take a bit longer to actually figure out why you're on self-improvement. It took me about, like, I'd say a week for me to figure out why, but it's still a great way. It'll probably take most people on average 2 to 4 weeks to actually figure out why, using just staring at the wall. Once you found out your reason about why you're on self-improvement, you've already reached further than 50% of people on self-improvement, I'd say, because those people are only doing it because they saw Hamza talk about it on TikTok or like Instagram Reels, or their friends are doing it and they're just copying them, and they'll probably commit to it for like a month max and then slowly die out after that. You're ahead of everyone. You'll be one of the greats, and I wish you the best on your journey. For now though, that's all I wanted to talk about. Yeah. Post-edit note, I was looking back through the video and I realised I sounded so stuffy. I'm sorry if you couldn't understand some of the words, but I still hope you got the key takeaways from the video. That's all I want to talk about. Anyway, bye.